And welcome back to Calhoun County's Most Wanted, the program where you get to help make Calhoun County a better and safer place by helping us lock up some of the bad guys. I'm Chris Wright, along with John Garlick from the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office. Good to see you, John.
Good to be back. Good to see you. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did have a good Thanksgiving.
Outstanding.
Spent some time with family, ate a lot.
Did all of the above. Had 2 grandchildren baptized.
Nice.
Yes, very nice, very nice.
So congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. And you know, our folks were helping out even though it was a holiday week. We still had at least 1 person arrested, and that brings our total count up to 3,862. So that 1 person got to come to the jail just in time for our jail Thanksgiving meal.
And you know, I love it sometimes. Occasionally we will have just the 1 or 2 or 3, and that doesn't look as impressive as the weeks where we have a dozen or so. But it's a nice reminder of the fact that even though we've been doing this show for over a dozen years now, we've never gone a single week where the audience hasn't helped us find at least 1 person off the list. And that's
right.
Just amazing.
Even when they're busy with holiday stuff, the safety of the community is on their minds, and that's great. We're here to serve.
Thank you very much for that. And thank you, by the way, for the delicious turkey that we enjoyed at Thanksgiving that was fried by the Sheriff's Office.
Well, on behalf of Sheriff Matthew Wade, I accept your thanks. He did all the cooking, he and his crew. They leave me out of it because I would probably blow up the cookers. But they did cook over 274 turkeys and raised I think just around $5,000 to give to the Baptist Children's Homes. So very successful. Thank you for the community for coming out and allowing us to fry their turkeys, and those people that contributed to the Deputy Sheriff's Association, even our nice little beards contributed some of that. Money went to the Baptist Children's Home. So it was a great week for us.
And hopefully be a good Christmas for those kids.
I hope so.
All right, speaking of Christmas, we will be talking about a Christmas tradition here in Anniston and Calhoun County in just a few minutes. Our guest is going to be talking about something that many of us have appreciated every Christmas season for I can't remember how many now, but that and much more, including the first half of this week's lineup coming up next on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
a crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a rich like me.
I once was
homeless,
broken, sad,
just lost.
but now I am
Sober,
happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
AOD Federal Credit Union. You already know their friendly staff and great loan products. So here's reason number 8 to choose AOD FCU, a new all-platinum Visa credit card. Call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com to start earning 1% cash back on purchases. Your good credit earns you a better rate. A new Platinum Visa card. Another reason you belong at AOD Federal Credit Union.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blades that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. In side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Katina Houston Stroud with Family Links, and this is the Family Tip of the Week. How do we as parents receive support as we implement changes in our children's lives? In the past, parents generally received more help than they do today with the education and supervision of their children. Today, with our growing population, shrinking budgets, and changing family structure, less help and support is available. However, despite these issues, there are programs and support systems designed to help families remain in operation in our communities. Whenever parents set out to change destructive behavior, it's important to find help. This is especially true for the single parent who has no partner to help share the responsibilities of raising a family. There are supervised programs that can help parents keep children on the right path. By contacting local organizations such as the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, Big Brother and Big Sister organizations, parents can find out about after-school and recreation programs. By contacting the local mental health organizations, information on family, individual, and self-help programs can be obtained. Local churches also offer a variety of practical programs and support systems. Lastly, local organizations such as Family Services Center and Family Links provide programs and resources to support parents and their families in the community. Parents should investigate all of the sources in their communities. Remember, there's an old saying that says it takes a village to raise a child. The rearing of a child requires the collective efforts of the community. Parents, you don't have to do this alone. Never cease to find the help and support you need to promote positive changes within your family. For more information on parenting or other parenting tips, please contact Family Links at 256-820-5911.
And welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. First up in our lineup this week, Amy Scott. Miss Scott, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for failure to appear on obstruction of governmental operations. And meet Ginger Couch. Miss Couch, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for probation revocation on theft of property second. And this is DeWanda Ellis. Miss Ellis, last known to be living in Atlanta, Georgia, she's wanted for failure to appear on theft of property second. We'd like you to meet Mario Contrell. Mr. Contrell, last known to be living in Weaver, he's wanted for failure to appear on possession of marijuana second and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. Take a look at Megan Kennedy. Miss Kennedy, last known to be living in Oxford, she's wanted for probation revocation on possession of marijuana second, use and possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting arrest. And this is Alicia Porter. Miss Porter, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for failure to appear on theft of property third. And last up in the first half of our lineup is Kimberly Braca. Miss Braca, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for probation revocation on trafficking in illegal drugs. And that's it for the first half of the lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show.
All right, we'll be talking about some more bad guys here in just a few minutes, but right now it's time to welcome Patricia Smith onto the show. Good to see you, Patricia.
Thank you.
It's Nutcracker time.
It is Nutcracker time. If it's Christmas, it's time for the Nutcracker.
Of course, the Knox Concert Series has been a big part of our community for so many years. I remember my parents always had the season tickets, and we would always sit in the back row because they just knew that we weren't going to behave.
Oh, that was the reason. I just thought you thought it was a good seat, which it is normally. Yeah.
But my mom insisted that we would be there and enjoy the culture of the Knox Concert Series, but that we would not intrude upon the night for everybody else.
What a lovely lady. What a lovely lady. I have to say, it's not always that way today, but anyhow, we're just glad to get everyone there when we do these. I think 70 years, Knox Concert Series.
Wow.
Celebrated 70 years last year.
That is amazing.
And the Nutcracker, 35 years.
And the Nutcracker has been a tradition for, I guess, half of that time now. So bringing it in and just something that I think every kid needs, and adults it's good to get back as well and see it occasionally, but at some point as they're growing up, every kid should experience the Nutcracker and the live theater experience with the Christmas magic. There's just something really special about that.
Well, you've described it well, and it does make you get in the Christmas spirit. There's a lot happening. The Nutcracker, there's a lot happening. It's a ballet, but it's got a great story of a little girl who falls asleep on Christmas Eve and dreams that her Nutcracker, which was a Christmas gift, turns into a handsome prince. So there's that, and she travels to the land of sweets with the prince. And I'm always amazed at the little children who come to see it. You know, the first act is a story of Christmas Eve and the Christmas tree and the family and everyone having a party. The second half is some very serious ballet dancing, and that is the part that the children love, which surprises me. I think, oh, they'll like the beginning, but they love to see the dancers. They're smart. You know, children get it, and they really appreciate the athleticism, the beautiful costumes, just the magic. You said it perfectly well. And it is a tradition. The Nutcracker actually was the ballet is over 100 years old, and it's
just like John.
Just like John.
I've performed in it twice.
Have you?
Did you really?
Not the Knox one, but we had the Northeast Alabama Dance Theater, and I was a dancing father the first time I did it. So I was in the first act, and then I was Drosselmeyer in the second.
Oh, the
time
magical Drosselmeyer.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought they'd get you to play one of the kids.
Mysterious Godfather.
Yeah, they tried, but you know, it was not obvious.
Well, it's real, and instead of Godfather Drosselmeyer, he's the magic that starts the entire ballet off, because he gives Clara the Nutcracker as a gift, and of course then her brother breaks it, because that's what little brothers do.
Yes.
Right.
And the story takes off from there, and it's wonderful. And we're just so happy to do it. We have got over probably 100 volunteers doing something involved with the Nutcracker, and they do it. I mean, this is the busiest time of the year, and they are out there selling tickets, decorating at the auditorium. They will be decorating at the auditorium. They're doing little fundraisers and just organizing this huge production. This is the Alabama Ballet. They have a beautiful production. In fact, it is the production that the New York City Ballet does, the Balanchine production. And so the New York City Ballet performs this for like 9 or 10 weeks in New York, and this is the exact same production. The costumes are exactly the same, down to the last sequin and bead on the tutus that you will see in the New York City Ballet and in Birmingham. Birmingham will do it for 2 weekends as well. But we just wanted to do something for children. And part of what we do, and this is another area in which our volunteers are so involved, we go into 20 elementary schools.
Oh, that's right.
And we introduce the Nutcracker to the children. With the music, we get them up and we get them dancing, and they have a little better appreciation when they actually go to the performance. We do 2 free performances for all the 3rd grade students in Calhoun County, and actually Lincoln and Cleburne County as well are coming. So we're doing 2 shows free for these little ones. And the letters that they write, the memories that they have, are hysterical and wonderful.
And so many people in our society today think, well, ballet, the theater, these are things that are not for me. I can't afford to do that, and they feel isolated from that kind of thing. And you build up different mental walls and such by getting someone in as a 3rd grader. And okay, yes, it is for you. Did you enjoy it? Now you've been exposed to it, and it just breaks down walls, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. They feel comfortable. Once a child goes into the theater and sees something like that, it's a comfort level that they have that they will use forever. In fact, we did a survey of 8th graders and asked if they remember having gone to the Nutcracker when they were in the 3rd grade. And they did. They remembered it, and they had amazing, I mean, I can't remember what happened yesterday, but they can remember a character. They can remember a feeling that they had and an emotion. So that's what I think drives us to continue to want to do this. And we're parents and grandparents, and I've taken my grandchildren, you think, what do you want to do for your grandchildren for Christmas and your children? And they do forget the toys, but they always remember those memories that you make with them. So I love seeing this little girl all dressed up in her fancy finery on a Sunday at the matinee, and the daddy's there in his motorcycle jacket. And it's just wonderful because, that comfort level, I get sort of excited to see that too, because you do think that a classical ballet, and that's what this is, would be intimidating. But it's got a great story. I mean, a tree grows, snow falls, mice do battle with the prince, so there's a lot of action on the stage. I mean, there's something, there's a lot going on.
You won't be bored for sure.
You will not, and if the athleticism is, men are fascinated with how tough it is. I mean, you go home and try to pick your wife up, you know, and throw her over and dab. I mean, it's
We're not
hard.
going to get into that
It is
discussion.
hard stuff.
We do need to take a
hard.
quick break, but we've got more to talk about with the Nutcracker, and we'll have the second half of this week's lineup here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted in just a moment.
Ready for a new ride? Get ready for Rig. I'm Rig A. Marole, and I am ready with all the fancy jargon, made-up expenses, marketing gimmicks, and flat-out lies that you've come to expect when you go car shopping. You want to pay way too much for a piece of junk like this? Get a load of me. Rig A. Marole at your neighborhood used car dealer. I'll have you marolling off this lot in your new vehicle.
I'm Marty Boyles, and I guarantee no rigmarole here at Jacksonville Auto Sales. Just good cars and trucks at fair prices. We're in Jacksonville across from Walmart, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blades that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes, and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. In side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them, and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was.
homeless,
Broken. Sad.
Just lost.
but now I am
Sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, Matthew Lamberth. Mr. Lamberth, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And this is Jonathan Lucas. Mr. Lucas, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for probation revocation on theft by deception, third. And meet Joseph Shacklet. Mr. Shacklet, last known to be living in Oxford. He's wanted for failure to appear on obstruction of governmental operations. And this is Scott Trantham. Mr. Trantham, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on receiving stolen property, first. We'd like you to meet Samuel Skinner. Mr. Skinner, last known to be living in Rainbow City. He's wanted for probation revocation on use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And last up in our lineup this week, Brandy Heath. Miss Heath, last known to be living in Anniston. She's wanted for a bond revocation on theft of property, second. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you know the whereabouts of these folks, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers, 256-238-1414.
We've still got more crime fighting to do. We'll have the Crime Stoppers segment coming up in just a few moments, and also we will talk about our crazy criminal of the week. But right now, more about the Nutcracker that the Knox Concert Series is once again bringing to Anniston, and Patricia Smith is with us talking about this. And we've got the Nutcracker here to let everybody know.
Well, you know, it's so funny that people see the Nutcracker anywhere, you know, from the Walgreens pharmacy to Hobby Lobby, and you know, you see these nutcrackers, but very few people know the story of the Nutcracker, and that it really was a utilitarian thing. I mean, people in Germany needed to crack a nut, and they don't come in those nice little packages like the grocery store. So you had to do, a Nutcracker was a vital thing. Then it sort of expanded into becoming decorative and more so. And of course now it's nothing but decorative. But the story behind it comes from a German fairy tale that was really kind of scary, and you would not want your child to read this fairy tale. And it's very long and very hard to read. But the Tchaikovsky was 1897 was commissioned to write the score for the ballet, the music for this ballet. And of course, the music of this Nutcracker, you hear every commercial on television plays the Nutcracker music. I mean, it's like part of, when you go to the ballet, you will absolutely say, I know every one of these tunes because it's a commercial for everything from ham to turkey and whatever. But it's interesting that it's not a difficult experience to go to the Nutcracker. And you were talking about the children, but we have sold nice tickets to couples that, the young man wants to take his young lady to
absolutely
as a special Christmas tree. And it gets you so in the spirit. I mean, I've only seen it 45 times, but I love it. And I mean, I still get teary at particular, scenes in the ballet that I know are beautifully done and excruciatingly difficult to perform, but they're done so effortlessly. And you just feel, you get an attachment, you get involved with the performers because you know what they are doing, what they have to do to get where they are. I mean, it's just amazing.
And we get some of the kids involved on the stage locally as well.
We have 35 young ladies from age 6 to about 13 who actually have small roles in the ballet. Actually, they have nice roles, actually.
They dream of being a ballerina, and they actually get to be a ballerina.
There they are, and they're angels and they're clowns, and they've been practicing since August, their parts. So they know what it takes they will know what it takes. It's a wonderful experience for them to work hard, practice hard, and then be on stage with these magnificent dancers from the ballet.
When is this actually happening this year?
The ballet is actually happening this coming Sunday at the Anderson Performing Arts Center at 2 o'clock. The ballet lasts 2 hours, and there's an intermission, and at intermission the lobby is decorated. The lobby is decorated like magic itself. They have a boutique of Nutcracker items to sell, and there's a bake sale. It's very dynamic. The whole experience for children and for adults is just beautifully done. The volunteers are just amazing. They just turn the auditorium into this magical place. And tickets are still available, and you can purchase them at the door the day that you come, or online at the Knox website, www.knoxconcertseries.org. Or, as I said, they're available at the door.
And we get a little free taste during the parade on Saturday, don't we?
Oh, yes. We're going to have a float in the parade, in the Anniston Parade and the Oxford Parade. But Saturday, there will be magic, because one of the big parts of the ballet is the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. In part of the magic, or part of Clara Marie's dream, is that the Christmas tree grows. And our float, if everything goes beautifully, is going to have the Christmas tree that grows. And Father Drosselmeyer, your part that you played,
yes,
he is the one that's going to create the magic of the tree growing. So
I guess it depends on what part of the parade you're watching. It may grow or it may shrink.
It may be, yes, that's right. Exactly, yes. But we're going to try to go very slowly so we can run up and down it. And then we'll have 6 little girls in their tutus and everything. The children will be on the float too. So
very exciting. Real quick before we have to go, other Knox concert events coming up?
Thank you. We opened with Peter Cetera, who was with the band Chicago. We have in January, we have a symphony coming from the Ukraine. We have the Moscow Ballet doing another great story ballet, Cinderella, in February. And we close the season with Patti LaBelle. We're also going to do on St. Patrick's Day an Irish folk ensemble, dancing and singing and the whole, getting this Irish spirit there. So
all of these sound like great Christmas gift ideas, don't they?
We are yes, absolutely. And we have a lot of people that do buy the package and give it as gifts. So anyhow, well, 70 Patricia, years, we're having a good time.
Congratulations. Keep it up. It's always good to see you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoyed it.
We will be right back to wrap things up with our Crazy Criminal of the Week and the Crime Stoppers segment here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
AOD Federal Credit Union. You already know their friendly staff and great loan products. So here's reason number 8 to choose AOD FCU, a new all-platinum Visa credit card. Call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com to start earning 1% cash back on purchases. Your good credit earns you a better rate. A new Platinum Visa card. Another reason you belong at AOD Federal Credit.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blades that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. In side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask you to give our investigators some help with these cases. First up on your caseload this week, sometime between November 7th and November 8th, 4 wheels were stolen off a vehicle at Roberts Automotive Used Car Sales on Highway 204 in Jacksonville. And on November 8th, this residence was burglarized on Iron City Road in Anniston. They got away with some firearms, electronics, and medication. And sometime between November 8th and November 9th, the vehicle was broken into on Lillian Lane in Anniston. A purse was stolen from that vehicle. And sometime between November 8th and November 9th, a gold Ford Explorer was stolen from Lillian Lane in Anniston. And sometime between October 23rd and November 10th, this residence on Eastwood Drive in Anniston was burglarized. They got away with firearms, electronics, and jewelry. And last up on your caseload this week, between November 11th and November 12th, 2 individuals attempted to burglarize the Grub Mart on Highway 431 in Alexandria. And if you know anything about any of these cases, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers 256-238-1414. Remember, we want your information and not your name.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
All right, our crazy criminal of the week. I'm sure, John, you've over the years seen a lot of people hiding their illegal drugs in lots of different ways.
Oh yeah, lots of ways.
Ever catch somebody at Christmas time hiding them as Christmas presents? Guy up in Ohio had $330,000 worth street value of illegal narcotics. He got stopped in a traffic stop, and I'm not sure exactly how they got to the point of checking inside the Christmas gifts, but they did look inside, and all these nice wrapped up boxes full of the illegal narcotics.
Well, you know, even drug dealers like to give Christmas presents.
I don't think he was on his way to Toys for Tots for a drop-off. I don't think that's what he was up to.
Well, the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where you've got it. Somebody's going to find it eventually.
That's true. We've found it in many odd places.
And we don't want to discuss all of them.
No, it's not Christmas-like. But the Christmas presents is good. I wonder if he had a little wrapped in little, pot-like Christmas trees. Wrapping paper.
Maybe so.
That probably was the giveaway.
I don't want to drink any of his
Marijuana
eggnog. I know that
leaves.
much. All right. Well, that's all the time that we have for this week. We appreciate your help. If you didn't get to see the lineup on the show, you can go check out this entire show at the TV24 website, tv24.tv, or you can see the lineup on Facebook for the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. We'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.